Bears fans, we are 1 week away from the start of the 2022 NFL Draft. I am fired up, and I know a lot of you guys are as well. If you're excited, if you're ready to see who the Bears are going to draft this year, then like this video, hit the thumbs up icon. I'm looking for 700 plus likes on today's show, so if you're a real one, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll go ahead and dive into today's show. You're watching Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to today's episode and for clicking on this video. We're going to break down Mel Kiper and Todd McShay's alternating 3-round mock draft in a moment. But first, let's talk day 3 of Bears minicamp. Justin Fields, did he struggle? Yeah, sounds like Fields and the offense struggled today, and remember, this is voluntary minicamp, and in classic fashion, a lot of Bears fans were freaking out. Brad Biggs tweeted this out saying, expected some choppy moments with the new staff and playbook, but today's minicamp practice would generously be described as a tough ride for quarterback Justin Fields, especially in 7-on-7, a drill heavily tilted to favor the offense. Kevin Fishbane, who also covers the Bears for The Athletic, tweeted this out. Today's Bears practice was, well, for the offense's sake, good thing it's April. I have a couple of thoughts, a lot of thoughts actually. Number one, everybody calm down. It's going to be okay. It's not the end of the world that at a voluntary minicamp, one of the two units struggled. Like, this happens. This is going to happen in training camp. The offense will have a good day. The defense will have a good day. Both units will have good days. They'll have bad days. Guys, this is a new offense. It's okay. We're 5 months away from the regular season. Courtney Cronin of ESPN, who covers the Bears over there now, tweeted this out. Day 3 of Bears voluntary minicamp wrapped. No new absences to report. Team did 7-on-7, 11-on-11 in the last 2 periods. Up and down day for Justin Fields. Looked good on a couple of plays where he connected with Darnell Mooney and Byron Pringle. Looked a little frustrated after times through an interception. So she kind of illustrated as more, it was a little up and down. He wasn't great, but he had some good plays too, whereas Fishbane and Biggs basically said, this was a disaster for the offense. Hey, he had an off day. It's a new offense. Everyone needs to relax, and here's why. A couple of reasons. Number one, it's freaking voluntary minicamp. I mean, not all the players even there. The Bears only have 61 total players on their roster, so it's not like this is full throttle whatsoever. Number two, and this is probably even more important, a new offense is being installed as we speak. It's not like these guys are up to speed even on the playbook at this point, much less the entire offense. And also, you're working in new players on the offensive line, the wide receiver, and quite frankly, those two units aren't that great to begin with currently. You got the draft coming up, another wave of free agency to add some talent there as well. Guys, it's still the month of April. We haven't even gotten to the draft yet. So I'm just glad to see these guys out there and getting some work in and taking advantage of these extra reps. I think that's what's important, keeping guys healthy, building those reps, and continue to build from there. Things are going to be fine. Don't panic about a tough day at voluntary minicamp for Justin Fields. But I'll ask you guys, are you concerned about QB1? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. I'm not concerned. If we get into week 4 of the regular season and Fields in the offense is a train wreck, okay, we'll talk then. But for now, I'm not going to be too worried. All right, I mentioned the NFL Draft is a week away. We will be live for all 7 rounds of the NFL Draft on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Join us next Thursday, April 28th for round 1. We'll be live Friday the 29th for rounds 2 and 3, and rounds 4 through 7 on Saturday on our main channel. And we'll be live here on Bears Now from time to time as well, especially during the second round. youtube.com/chatsportstv to join our full NFL Draft coverage. All right, let's shift gears more to the draft. Mel Kiper and Todd McShay, they do this every year, the ESPN draft analysts, where they do an alternating picks draft through 3 rounds. And, hey, since it's a 3-round mock, we get to break down all the Bears' day 2 picks. So here you go. First pick at round 2, number 39 overall, Kenyon Green, the offensive lineman out of Texas A&M. That's kind of become a popular one recently. I mocked him in one of my recent mock drafts. I've seen a few others as well. One of the top guards in this draft had a top 30 visit at Halas Hall, and he's kind of in that range of he could go late first or early middle second round, depending on how the draft falls. I like him a lot. He played some tackle at A&M as well. He's got that flexibility to move around. I think he could be a plug-and-play guy on this offensive line. Here's Todd McShay, who made this selection. Chicago gets things rolling on its draft weekend with my number 27 prospect. Green is versatile and would make an immediate impact for the Bears as both a pass protector and a run blocker. This would be a good pick at 39. Hell, a great pick. I think he could go in the first round. So if he falls to you at number 39, good value, good player, and it fills a position of need. I think you look at the depth chart, see that big fat question mark? That's Kenyon Green now if you end up drafting him. And then, you see what plays out at offensive line at the tackle position, where obviously Larry Borum's been getting reps at left tackle and Tevin Jenkins has been getting reps at right tackle. I would still like to add another tackle, but if you at least add Kenyon Green, you're in a good spot because you need at least one starter on the offensive line, if not two. Like I just mentioned, I think you'll probably draft a starter, and then I could see you signing one after the NFL draft. There's still guys out there like Eric Fisher, and a few other guys as well. Trey Turner, if you need a guard after the draft. There are still available players in free agency. So I think drafting a guy in round 2 to fill one of these starting spots is going to make a lot of sense. Now, which position would you rather target at the 39th overall pick? Type OL for offensive line, type WR for wide receiver. I think it's a best player kind of situation. You don't want to force the issue, but I think it just depends at the end of the day. I certainly like the pick of Kenyon Green at 39. Go to round 2, pick number 48 as we react to Mel Kiper and Todd McShay's 3-round alternating mock draft. Kaiir Elam, the cornerback out of Florida, is the selection here. Good size and speed combination at 6'1", ran us 4.39 in the 40-yard dash. His arms aren't super long, kind of average, but I think his overall size is good. Tested well, has good ball skills. This is an interesting one, which we'll break down further in a moment, but I do want to get Mel Kiper's write-up here for this selection for Chicago. The Bears' pass defense was awful last season, Kiper says. They allowed 31 touchdown passes, and they need someone on the other side of Jalen Johnson. Elam is big at 6'1", and then the 4.39 40, which I previously mentioned. This is a weird one to me, Kaiir Elam. I don't really know what's happening with him in terms of this pre-draft process. I see some mock drafts that have him going top 20. Then I see mocks like this where he falls to middle of the second round. It's such a wide variance for him, and I know it's kind of one of those drafts this year where, after pick 15, picks, 16 through 45 might be similar value prospects, but he's going to fall to 48. He's 6'1", he's fast, and he has good ball skills. Those are 3 really good traits for a cornerback at the end of the day, a.k.a. I love this pick quite a bit. We'll talk about how he could fit in just a few moments, but want to remind you guys to also subscribe to our Bears channel, which is what you're watching the show on, Chicago Bears Now here on YouTube. More Bears news, rumors, draft coverage, free agency, trades, whatever happens, we cover it all here on the channel. It's free of charge. We charge $0.00, 365 days a year. So subscribe, help us grow this channel here on YouTube. Kaiir Elam, like I mentioned, the traits are there. So was the production. Gave up less than 53% completion percentage when targeted. His QB rating when targeted was 74, which is good. 5 pass breakups a pick, has 5 picks in his college career. I don't get it. I don't get why he would fall to the middle of day 2. That's just my opinion. But if he does, I think it'd be awesome because then you'd have Jalen Johnson on one side, Kaiir Elam on the other side, Tavon Young's your nickel, and then guys like Thomas Graham, Kendall Vilder, Bo Pete Keys, and the Duke Shelley. These guys can compete for roster spots and for depth and competition across the entire cornerback unit. So I think if Elam's there at round 248, I think that's really, really good. What's the better pick in these round 2 selections from Kiper and McShay? Type G for Kenyon Green, type E for Kaiir Elam. I think they're both really good value, and they both fit or fill positions of need. One more here, the round 3, pick number 71, defensive lineman Josh Paschal out of Kentucky. So 3 SEC guys in this mock draft. Interesting player. He certainly got versatility. My guy, Tom Downey, basically called him a poor man's George Karlaftis. Average athlete, good run stopper, okay pass rusher, needs to improve in that area. But At about 275 pounds, you could kick him inside, play some 3-tech. Maybe you put 10 pounds on him to make him more of a 3-tech. So I think that versatility is certainly valuable as well. 15 tackles for loss a year ago, had the 5 sacks as well, 52 tackles as a whole for Paschal. So, the numbers were decent. 5 sacks isn't great coming off the edge. I don't love this pick, not because I don't think he's a great player or could be a great player, but, again, BPA is very important, but I think there were better players, especially at wide receiver, which neither McShay or Kiper made in this mock draft for Chicago. Here are some receivers still available at 71. Jalen Tolbert out of South Alabama went to the Colts at 73. Khalil Shakir, kind of the versatile slot type of player out of Boise, went to the Browns at 78. Bo Melton, who I'm not super high on, he went 88th, and then David Bell went 105. I'm not as high on him either. But Jalen Tolbert, I'd rather go him here than Josh Paschal because I think it's a bigger position of need, and quite frankly, I think it's a better player at this point in the draft. So, again, every mock draft is different. Obviously, Paschal, you need more help on the defensive line, especially if he can give you some of that interior, but that's just my 2 cents on that selection. So recapping this mock draft from Kiper and McShay, Kenyon Green at pick number 39, Kaiir Elam at 48, and then Josh Paschal, the 3rd-round pick, at number 71 overall. I think a good draft that could have been a lot better had they taken Jalen Tolbert in round 3. So grade Kiper and McShay's mock for the Bears today, A, B, C, D, or F. I'll give it a B, B minus because of that 3rd-round selection, but I still think overall you get 3 fairly impactful players. All right, we're going to sign off here on Chicago Bears Now. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss any of our videos that go out every single day here on the channel. I've been Harrison Graham. We'll see you soon here on Bears Now.